Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Earlier today, I recorded a video asking Mary Curry to bless me with some ideas. What had happened was at the beginning of the year, I had tried to communicate with Mary Curry. My grandmother had just passed away, and I almost missed the funeral, except when I read my grandmother's biography, I discovered she was born a few months before Mary Curry passed away, and I thought she could go communicate with Mary Curry. And so at the funeral, I asked my grandmother to go talk to Mary Curry to have her set me up on a blind date. My dad was so upset at the comment. Uh, he thought it was insensitive, but I, uh, I had very high hopes. After I left the funeral, I felt like I had done what I needed to do. It there's a there, economists have a name for this concept, by the way, that you do what you can do, and so that you won't hold regret. It's called a Pascal's wager, right? So I uh, I left the funeral, and not long after that, I met a distant cousin of Eve Curry. I call her a distant cousin of Eve Curry because she's half Polish and she likes literature. And then there were a few interesting coincidences as well in terms of Mary Curry. Now the problem is that I returned to the dating scene with a throng. The problem is that it created a lot of turbulence in my life, and my work performance has suffered. I haven't been eating right. My health has suffered. My financial situation has somewhat suffered, not terribly, but it's suffered because I'm just lost and confused. So earlier today, I asked Mary Curry, instead of the blind dates for the next few months, give me some Nobel-prize winning ideas. And as soon as I said that, I came up with an idea for an AI for the game of Patchwork, and there's some graph theory stuff in there involved too. And I hope to eventually write a cryptocurrency. I have some ideas on that, and the idea for Patchwork kind of tied into that too. So just lots of blessings here, but unfortunately, just um a lot of I'm just lost and confused. All of the dates I've been on, none of them moved in a straight line, right? Unfortunately, you know what really sucks? I recently had to. Uh, I was part of a new student orientation, new employee kind of orientation at the community college where I teach, and we were boasting about how great of a work-life balance we have, and they made a couple of slides, and all of the slides depicted people who are already involved in families with children and all that. I'm thinking, why can't I have some work-life balance when I get involved in dating, right? So, for example, I very reluctantly took one day off to go see the girl in Houston. I should have taken quite a bit more, right? If this were family event, that would have been a lot more than just that one, right? A lot of times I don't even take out. I'm rushing on the highways to get to where I need to go for the dates, right? And I just don't understand, why can't work life balance include the dating life as well? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? That's why I want to move to Taiwan. Um, if we were in Taiwan, I would have taken a week off for that trip, right? Easily. And I probably wouldn't have gone to work when I had COVID-19. That's probably outright illegal over in Taiwan. You could probably go to jail for the rest of your life trying to go to work with COVID-19, right? Here in the U.S., it's the other way around, right? You could lose your job for not going when you have COVID-19, right? All right. Please pray for a new idea. Pray for my career pivot in Taiwan. All right, so we got a point. Let's see. Which way is? You got to look downward in a southeastern angle to point to Mary Curry. I think it's this way. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. So join me in praying and point to Mary Curie as you pray. So if you're in the United States, you'll need to look downward in a. Uh, oh no, it's northeastern. I went the wrong way. So Poland is somewhat north, and you gotta look downward in a northeastern angle, and point toward Mary Curie. All right, let's pray again. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.